Howard County Observer here. How's it going today? I'm about to go into work one again. Last time I went in there, I went in with my camera and I tried to show that there was a Fourth Amendment right violation, and I was unable to do that at the time. But the ladies in there, the receptionists and the people that were working in there, they allowed me to basically do a First Amendment audit of the place, even though that's not what my goal was, but that's what happened. That's what I did. And I kind of failed, and day passed. I failed in articulating why they were doing a Fourth Amendment right violation. We are to be in our, we're supposed to be secure in our houses, papers, persons, and effects. And that would be our name, phone number, social security card number, what else, driver's license number, things like that. And we have to give that information to them. That I understand. They have to track us. I don't necessarily like that, but that's how the system works, and we have to go along with it. But if they're saying it out loud in front of other people that are also there, that should have their privacy being protected, what if one of those people were bad and they were going to steal my identity? Or what if I was bad and I was going to steal their identity when they went up there and verbally communicated those things within earshot of me? That's the problem. That's what I found. So I'm going to go in there today and I'm going to try and fix that stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to record the situation, the process, and hopefully then I can point it out and show them how they're doing wrong. Let's see, hopefully they've fixed it and realized the mistake that they were making before I even get there, because like me, they've had time to think about it already. Like I said, the issue isn't with the receptionist, it's with the process, and someone higher up needs to fix that. So I'm going to go to whoever their supervisor is once I've completed my task and showing you how they're violating our rights. Instead of just saying they're doing it, I'll show it to you. I'll show you how they do it. Now this is going to dox me. Hopefully I can go back and take out my information, or if someone's up there while I'm recording, I can take out their information. I can do that with KineMaster. Yeah, I think I said that right. I'm doing this with the hope to fix the process. We're there to, I'm going there to educate them and to hopefully make some kind of change. That's what this stuff's all about. As a civil rights activist or a journalist, investigative journalist, I guess I'm investigating them at the moment. Now normally I like to, mostly we should be checking on the police and making sure that they're doing their job. But it doesn't always, it's not always just about them necessarily. They're public servants that get paid on the tax dollar, and we have to make sure that they're doing their job correctly. As nice as they were, that's fine. I'm glad that they were nice. They passed the First Amendment audit. But they need to realize that the process that they're doing, they need to take someone into a private room. If they want to ask you if this information is correct, they need to do it in private. They shouldn't be doing it out in public where everybody can hear it. That's a right violation right there. I know they don't mean to be doing it, or at least I don't think they mean to be doing it. They're probably just doing what they're told. And so that's why I intend to take it to the person above them, point it out, show them how it's an issue, and hopefully it can get taken care of. And that's what we're supposed to do. I've had a judge tell me that it's not my job to police the police before. I'm not going to sit here and explain that, but a judge told me that it's not my job to police the police. And that's... Who's supposed to police them then? Themselves? A lot of us know that's not working. They don't hold themselves accountable for their actions. And if they're doing If they're not holding themselves accountable for their actions, then that's an issue. Uh, and I know for a fact here in this town, in this county, Howard County, they're not holding themselves accountable for their actions. And I can prove that as well, but that's neither here nor there right now. Accountability and transparency. Right now, they've got us right where they want us. They've got these mass shootings going on. All it's going to do is lead to taking our gun rights away. That's the whole premise. I almost think it's some kind of conspiracy theory or something. I'm not saying it is. I don't have any proof of that. But what if? What if someone's talking these people into going against their whatever and getting them so mad that they go out and they do this violent stuff? They got us right where they want us now. They can take our guns away. The thing is if everybody had a gun, and that kid, if those teachers had a gun, and that kid was doing that, maybe someone could have took him out before he hurt everybody. It's 4 mass shootings, and my heart goes out to those that have been involved. It's terrible. It's terrible. And we can't stand for this. If there's bad people out there, we got to be able to protect ourselves. And maybe I could never hurt somebody unless they were hurting somebody else. I just couldn't do it. And I hope that other people are like that too, that they won't just go hurting anybody. You got to be responsible with a gun, yes. And hopefully, it's just odd that our rights are actually starting to be followed. Indiana was going to be another state, or is going to be, or already is. I can't remember when the date was for that to happen, but where you didn't have to have some kind of license to carry a gun. Now, I'm not sure where I fall on that spectrum on whether you should have one or not, but the Constitution says it will not be infringed. And obviously it is being infringed. It's being infringed a lot. There's things that regulate why you can have it. And of course we don't want crazy people to have guns. We don't want violent people to have guns. So, like I said, I'm on the fence here on this stuff, but people that haven't had anything put against them, why should they be restricted on those things? I'm getting off subject here. This is supposed to be about work one, and people work there and they violate our Fourth Amendment rights, but I just want to go into that for a little while. And right now they have the civil rights activist communities going against each other. I don't want to talk about who they are necessarily, because I don't want anyone to think that I'm using their name to make myself famous. I don't want subscribers. I don't want content. I hope that I don't have good enough content to put up for people to look at as drama. I'm not going to ask for likes, I'm not going to ask for subscribes, I'm not going to ask for shares, and I'm not going to ask for money. At least not right now. If something was to happen and I found a lot of bad stuff going on, I might need your help in the future, but right now, no. My goal is to go out here, show what is going on for you, the viewer, just like the other people are doing. And maybe they're doing it for money. I'm not doing it for money. This is my hobby. I'm doing it for free. I'm volunteering. No one's paying me to do this. And I'm putting myself at quite a risk in doing it, but I don't think that I'm going to get arrested or anything when I go in there and do it either. Transparency is everything, and we all need to be able to hold ourselves accountable for the bad things that we do. I've done bad things before, and I've been judged for them. Even I've been judged for things I didn't do in a bad way, and I've been let go for things that I did that I probably should have gotten in trouble for. It kind of all evens out, I guess. But bad people that like doing bad things, they're not going to hold themselves accountable. And that's not good. That's not good at all. We can't allow that. Someone has to be there to make sure people do what they're doing. And we can't do it in an authoritarian way. Leadership is about leading by example. I can't stand authoritarianism. You do what I say because I said so. That can't work that way. It needs to be by leadership. And this country, this world, is ran on authority. And we are giving these people this authority. It's all perceived. It's not real. Anyway, I'm going to get this going. I'm going to get there early. Today's the 27th. It's 12:10 right now, Eastern Standard Time. My appointment is not until 1 o'clock. But I'm going to get there early and check in. And I'm going to get this ball rolling and show you how they're violating our Fourth Amendment right. It may not be a big deal to you, but what if it's a big deal to someone else? I don't care if people know who I am. This is what I care about. Us as a whole. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for all of us. And I hope people can see that. Anyway, I'm on my way. Thanks for watching. I forgot to mention something. I'm here now. And last time they did well with the First Amendment audit. They did okay with the camera. They didn't like the camera, obviously. Sorry, I'm looking at my surroundings here. They did well with me recording. So this time, I'm not going to make the camera apparent to them. I'm going to show you guys the process as best as I can. I'm going to go up to the kiosk. I'll show you what it is that you're supposed to do in intervals. I'll do it in intervals. I don't want to dox myself at the same time. I realize I could probably go in and editing and eliminate all that stuff. Most of the people that are viewing this stuff know who I am anyway, so. But I don't want to have a fake experience in this, so I'm going to keep the camera out, but yet not be necessarily pointing it at people. That way I can have a real reaction. Yeah. I think that's the best course of action in this. They've already passed the First Amendment audit area. They let me have my freedom to record inside the building. I'm happy about that. But to get this process looked at for you to see and me to prove to them that they're making a mistake in what they're doing, I think the camera doesn't need to be necessarily part of that, because when the camera's there, people act differently. And maybe not everyone, but for the most part, people are going to act a little bit differently than they would if they weren't on camera. And, hopefully they won't. These ladies in here, they seem like they're good people. Yeah, sure, they work for the government. And they're order followers, and they do what they're told. But they also have they want to help. They want to help me get a job. They want to help the people in there find a job. Probably so we can keep paying their salaries. That's kind of the goal. Where all of our taxes go towards those kind of things. So, anyway, I just want to make that clear. The camera's not going to necessarily be a big interval in this. It's going to be there, but it's not going to be apparent. So, thanks.
was part of my senior training last year. We covered everything in expert. Very important.
There's a camera right there. I haven't noticed that before. I don't know if you guys can see this.
Jay?
Yep.
Come on up.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. A little early.
Are you?
I was supposed to be here at 1, I think.
Oh, were you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you meeting with someone?
Kelly, I think.
Okay, that's good to know. All right. Okay, so are you at Stephen? Are you doing your work logs?
I'm here to do
Yeah, you're on my list.
Recia follow-up.
Yep, right here. Okay. And your phone number is 765-552?
Correct.
Probably everything was the same, right? Because you were just here not long, like last week. And your college. Okay, no military background. Okay. Let me go see if she's available since it's early.
Okay. Actually, if you want, normally you sit here and you call off the different things and make sure they're correct in the system, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and you just, I looked at it and nothing was changed.
Right. That's
Did you want me
correct.
to go ahead and?
No. Remember how last time I was in here and I said that there was something.
Uh-huh.
I had time to think about it, and I'd hoped that you guys might have had time to think about it too.
Okay.
And figure out where the problem is. If there's other people here
Uh-huh.
and you're verbalizing all those things,
Uh-huh.
that's where the problem lies. Right?
Okay, so that they can, because they can hear your information?
Right. So this kind of stuff should be done in a private area. What do you think?
Okay.
And it just seems like, because then what if I was a bad person and I sat back there and listened to someone else up here,
Right.
and you're going to say the last 5 digits of someone's social security number probably.
Right. And several people have the same last social security number, believe it or not.
Do they?
Oh my gosh, I was amazed when I started working here. There's several that pop up, and if I didn't have your name, I wouldn't know which one to
Right.
pick.
But there's also, if the way social security numbers work is if you were born in around a certain time frame and in a certain county, all those people, that first 5 digits of their social security number, they're all going to be the same.
The first 5?
The first 5, yeah. Like mine would be.
I didn't know that. I don't think most people do know that.
That's
Okay.
pretty much how it works. Like my wife, she has the same first 5 numbers. The only difference, 5. The first 5 are the same, but everything else is different because we're close in age, and we're a whole year apart. But yet we still have the same stuff because she was born in the same county, and within those numbers all fell in the same place. So if you was to say those last 4, then someone could very easily guess what the first 5 are.
Right.
Then you're also giving out their address, their phone number,
Okay.
and there's stuff like that. So since I got here early, I was hoping, because I'm not blaming you for this, I realize that you're doing your job and you're doing what you're supposed to do, and I commend you for that. I do. Remember how I recorded last time?
Yeah, I do.
I did put that up,
Okay.
and you guys looked great.
Okay.
I looked kind of bad because I wasn't able to articulate what the reason was, but I had since figured out what that was, and that's what I'm explaining now.
Okay.
So I was hoping that since I'm here early, I could go to whoever your supervisor is and explain that to them,
Okay.
and show them how that probably needs fixed.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So that would probably be Tony or Nikki. Nikki, we'd like to talk to my supervisor about the fact that we ask them what their information is out loud in front of other people.
grab a seat.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'll let Kelly go.
Right on.
You can find him.
Hey, Tony. How's it
Hey,
going?
how are you doing
You
today?
doing all right?
Yep, come on in, have a seat.
All right, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to, I'm sure you already know, last time I was here, I kind of, I brought up a Fourth Amendment scrutiny
Yeah.
about things. And so I wanted to speak with you about it because I can't blame them as, you know, they're just doing what they're told. And they're just doing their job.
Yeah.
But I wasn't able to articulate that last time, what the problem I felt was. And since going home, I kind of figured out exactly how to articulate it.
All right.
I don't know if she explained it to you or not, but when we come in, it's a public area over there, right?
Mhm.
And anyone with nefarious intent could do whatever they wanted. They could record, because we're allowed to record in here as
No,
a
we are
public
not.
place.
No, we are not. There's not to be any recording whatsoever in here.
It's not a restricted area, right?
Well, that's the whole reason why there's not to be any camera usage in here or recording devices. I mean, quite honestly, the news came in for an interview. We had to get special permission from the Department of Workforce Development to even allow them in here with a camera.
Okay. And
Yeah.
that's to protect people's rights,
Yes,
correct?
yes,
Okay.
it's to protect people's information and everything else, yes.
There are people out there that have glasses that record
Yeah.
things, pins, buttons, their phones. I could be recording you right now and you
Yes.
wouldn't even
yes.
be aware of it necessarily. So what I'm trying to say is that if someone had nefarious intent, they'd be out there listening to the receptionist check people in. You're giving out the phone number of the person, their full name, their social security number, the last 4 digits.
Yes.
It'd be very easy to figure out what the first 5 are. I could guess that.
It's a lot of combinations, but yes.
Right. But I
mean,
can look at your age and go,
Yeah.
his social security number, the first 5 digits are probably this. And I could eventually figure it out. A smart person could do it.
It'd take a while, but
Right.
yeah.
So there's that, the address, the phone number, all the information that we're getting out there is done in a public place. And so my point is that maybe we could look into that and see about doing that in a private area.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I mean, quite honestly, you know, I'm hoping that they're not screaming out the information there.
Right, I understand that.
I mean, if a person does not feel comfortable providing that information, we're more than willing to let them write it down. So we can, so I mean, you know, it's the person's comfort level. If you didn't feel comfortable doing that in that manner, then you could say, I'm not going to speak it out loud, but
What's the
I'm going to
problem?
write it down.
We're
Yeah.
at liberty to give you this information. We have to.
Yes, yes.
And we go over to the kiosk and we check in with that information. Then we come over to the receptionist and she now is the one that's speaking it out loud,
Yeah.
not us.
Yeah.
We're just confirming if it's correct or not.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. We can, I mean, the reason why we have to confirm that it's correct and everything else is, you know, people are so transient nowadays. In the aspect of, I'm living here today, I'm living there next month. So that way, in order to keep things correct in the system, but I mean, if you did not feel comfortable, you can say, please write down my information and I'll verify. I understand what you're saying too. Please understand that. These are directions that we was provided by the Department of Workforce Development.
So you're just following orders too?
10 North Senate. I mean, that's every person has to check in. Every person has to, and the thing about it is the check in on the VOS Greeter,
Which is the right by
which
the door.
which is
The
right
kiosk
by,
I was
yeah,
speaking
yeah. You enter your last name, your last 4, and your date of birth.
Your
But
phone number.
But yeah, and your phone number, or yeah. Well, it just has me
Yeah.
my date of birth, yeah, but then,
It comes up.
I mean, it comes up over here, tells us that you're in, but it doesn't ask you to verify your address. It doesn't ask you to verify
Right.
all of the other and which that's what we was directed to do. But I mean, if at any time a person does not feel comfortable answering the questions, then they can ask for a piece of paper to write it down.
Sure. Or we could fix the system
Yeah.
to where we verify all of our information at the kiosk, and that way no one's verbalizing it.
Yeah.
It's your responsibility once we give you our information to not
secure
leave it around
Yes,
and
yes,
stuff like that,
yes.
kind of like HIPAA works.
Yes, yes.
And-
that is
and
absolutely
That
correct.
always falls on you
Yeah.
guys. Like, if I was to walk around here and find someone's information laying around on one of your desks,
Yeah.
would I be in trouble for looking at it, or would you be in trouble for allowing me to see it?
Well, it would be, we're supposed to be locking that information up.
Right.
If we
I
are
agree.
away from our desk, yes. I mean, right now, that's the reason why I turned these upside down, because you came in. I mean,
Right.
but I'm here.
And I'm glad that
Yeah,
you're doing that.
yeah.
I think you guys are
Yeah.
doing a great job. I hope,
Yeah.
I don't know if I iterated that to you, but the other ladies out here, I know that they're doing their job to the best of their ability. My recording that I took, I did post that. And I made them, I didn't make them look good. They made themselves look good.
Yeah.
So, but that's something I want to argue with, a debate, I should say. Debate with you is this is a public area. It's a non-public forum, which means I don't get a protest in here.
Yeah.
But by law, if I have public accessibility, I can record here. And that's to keep you guys accountable for your actions.
Well, and according to the policy, DWD policy, there are to be no cameras utilized in here whatsoever.
That's what we was arguing about last
Yeah.
time. See, policies are for employees.
Yeah.
We, the people, we're not subject to your policies.
Well, they're subject to the policies of the building and the organization.
Where did I sign for that paperwork?
Well, when you file for unemployment, it's actually in your unemployment handbook. Yes.
Okay,
If you
I'll have to look into
online,
that.
and it was, I mean, now, and they've changed things, they change things on us all the time, but yeah, at one time, it does say in there that there's not to be any cameras or,
I
recording
must have missed
devices.
it.
Yeah,
I'll go back and look at that.
yeah. It's online, you can look at it, but, I understand exactly what you're saying.
I appreciate that you're being willing to talk about it.
Unfortunately, we have to go through the process. Now, I mean, like I said, at any time a person does not feel comfortable providing that information, then we can hand them a piece of paper and they can write it down to verify it.
The truth is, most people don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know their rights. They don't know that they just come in and they think that they're supposed to do what they're told. That's what
Yeah.
most people do. They do what they're told. See, I
That's-
have a problem with authority. I hate to be that way.
Yeah.
I think leadership should be about leading by example.
You're absolutely correct, and I don't have an issue doing that. But I mean, I will give you a prime example.
Okay.
Pull out your Social Security card.
Okay.
Tell me what it has printed on it.
I can't remember exactly what it is other than not to be reproduced.
Not to be used for identification purposes.
That's true, yes. Police
What's the-
officers ask
and-
people,
And what is the first thing you walk into a government building? What is the first thing that they ask for?
they give you that. Yeah.
Am I
So you
correct
see
or
where
not?
you are.
I see exactly what you're saying, and I wholeheartedly agree. But in all actuality, that's what we've been directed to do, to go in that manner. I wholeheartedly agree with you. I'm not going to sit there and say, you're off the cuff. I mean, somebody who, I disagree about the first 5 numbers because there's a whole bunch of combinations of numbers.
Sure.
Trust me. But address. But that can lead to other things, and I'm not going to sit and say that it can't. You know what? I get your address, I can come by and sit and watch when your mail comes. And wait for something that does got your social on it.
Possibly. Most
so-
things are sent with
yeah.
just the last 4 buttons.
But I understand, you understand what I'm saying. I mean,
Right, yeah.
So I understand exactly what you're saying. But right now, that's what we've been directed to.
So what would be the next course of action in your eyes?
You may contact Department of Workforce Development.
So I need to follow up on
Yes, I can't do that.
You
You
can't
can
go
follow
to...
up, you can follow up with your concerns.
Don't you think that it would be your place to go and tell them
I
of
can-
my concerns?
Yeah, I can get you the information, sir,
Okay.
and I'm more than willing to do that.
I'm glad that
Actually,
you're working with me.
Yeah.
I appreciate
can
that
get-
very much.
You're not recording me, are you? Huh? Are you? Are you recording me?
I have my phone here.
Well, are you recording me?
Some things I don't have to answer.
Well, I'm asking, are you recording me, sir?
I plead the fifth.
Well, please understand that I have informed you that you cannot record in this building.
Got it.
Let me get you this. In all actuality, I can give you the website you can go on to. As soon as I find it. Yeah.
Alright. I got... Well, yeah, I mean... That's how I got here in the first place.
What's that? EOB?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things in there to navigate.
Yes, sir. I understand. And right here's the contact us button on there.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate it.
If you did record me, I would ask you to void it, to delete it.
Gotcha.
All right?
Yep.
And you're going to see a case manager.
Yes. Are you going to see a case manager?
I am.
Okay. Please make sure you are not recording at that time.
Right on. Thanks again for your time.
All right.
Welcome over one. This is Linda. May I help you?
Is he?
Yeah.
All right.
She's ready?
Ready for you.
You heard that, right? Is that a fail? I'm not allowed to record in there. Even though I recorded in there the other time. And I recorded in there this time too. I find it hard to believe that their policy, by me signing up for unemployment, I am going to look more into that though. He has no intention of trying to fix that problem. His way of fixing it is for us to say, hey, I don't want you saying my information out loud. Not good. So see, the supervisor is where the problem stems from. He should have found a way to go to his boss and say, hey, there's someone that's got an issue with this, and he came up with a good idea and a good way of fixing the issue. And he didn't. He told me I have to look into it. In other words, I work for you, but I'm not going to do what you ask me to do. Not good, guys. Not good. I don't want content. I think I just got some. Further investigation to come. Howard County Observer, out.